Hello and welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to talk about issue 255 of Knitting Magazine, which has just hit the shops a few days ago, and I'm going to share my design in this issue. If you're new here, my name is Anniken. I design knitting patterns, I teach knitting workshops online and in person, and I sell yarn through my website yarnaddict.co.uk. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing. I design for a lot of magazines, including Knitting Magazine, and this issue is a kind of weekend makes quick knits for autumn kind of issue, and I designed a hat for this issue, and I'm going to show you the pictures of the hat, and then I'll show you a couple of the different things that are in this issue, because there are some really nice stuff, and it's not just accessories either. So I used Cascade Heritage Silk 4-ply for this hat. I'll just show you the pictures now, and then I will show you the video that I filmed when I finished knitting the hat before I sent it off, and show you what it looks like on me and in person, and then I'll come back and show you some other stuff that's in the magazine. So that's what the hat looks like. It is a double layer hat, and it has lace on one side and stocking stitch on the other side, so you can wear it either way out, and the contrasting on the inside or the stocking stitch side is different, a different color. You can do them both in the same color if you prefer, but I thought it'd be fun to do a different color on the lace section. And this lace pattern is really simple, so it's not a difficult hat to knit. And I made a double layer hat for my husband in stocking stitch, and one for me in stocking stitch, two for me in stocking stitch, and they're really nice and warm to knit, to wear, sorry. So let me see if I can show you this without showing you the charts. So there are a few more pictures there. On the model it looks a little bit slouchy. I don't think it looks slouchy on me. It comes in 3 different sizes. Yeah, 3 different sizes. So I would probably, I think I did the smallest one for this, but I can't remember. I would knit the middle size for me and the largest size for my husband, because he's got quite a big head. So that's what that looks like. I'll now hand you over to Anniken from a few months ago in the summer when I finished knitting this hat, and I will show you what it looked like before I sent it off to the magazine. Do apologize for the light being a bit funny. It's sunny outside, even though I closed my curtains and I got ring light and stuff. The sun shining through my curtains still does funny things to my light, so apologies for that. Right, here's a look at what the hat looked like when I finished knitting it. So here's the hat modelled on me. So let me take it off and just show you the construction and what it looks like. So it starts here. You start by casting on a few stitches. I recommend using either the Emily Ocker cast on or the Disappearing Loop cast on, and I have tutorials for both, so I will link those below. But you can just cast on 8 stitches and join to working around, and then you increase for the crown. Increase 8 stitches every other round, and then you knit until the hat is the length that you want it, and you break the first yarn and join in the second yarn and start knitting the lace pattern. So, and then I decided to do the decreases for the crown in stocking stitch just because it's a lot easier to do. So if you wanted longer, you can knit it longer, but you have to make sure that you knit the stocking stitch longer and the lace longer. Before you start shaping the crown, you need to go inside the hat and weave in the end from the cast on and weave in the end from the color change, because once you've finished this and joined it up, you won't be able to weave in any ends on the inside. So make sure before you start shaping the crown, you weave in the end down here and the one from when you change color. And then when you finish up here, what I do after I finish casting off is I just take the thread and thread it through the cast of stitches. You thread it through the cast of stitches once to cast off. So instead of casting off, when you have 8 stitches left, you just cut a yarn, put a sewing needle on, thread it through the stitches, and then pull it tight to tighten up that little hole. And then I went through all the cast on stitches again, and then because you can't weave it in on the inside, you have to weave it in on the outside. So I just went in and out of a row of stitches, And I was going to try and see if I could show you where I did that, but I can't actually see it. So that's pretty good. And then you're going to turn this purple bit inside the orange bit. So to start with, it feels a bit weird. So what I do is I just do that, flip it around a bit. And it is a similar hat to this for my husband, but it was stocking stitch on both sides. And because he got a bit annoyed by the fact that you could like separate the two layers, he actually asked me if I could stitch them together. So I actually just stitched the crown here and the crown here together. So I just put a bit of yarn through here, back and forth a couple of times, just so they're joined. But now, once I folded this up, I put this on my head now. There we go. That's what it looks like. You can, of course, make it longer if you want to slouch here, and also you can make it longer if you want to be able to like fold it up. So you could make it longer so that you can fold it over so you get the purple bit on this side. You can also flip it around and wear it this way up, and you get a little bit of orange edging. So if you fancy a different type of hat, you can do that. Flip it around. So that is the hat. Okay, so let me show you what else is in this magazine. I'm not going to show you everything, but just a few things. So at the back there's an article or like a column with Anniken and Arabella Harris. I'm wondering whether Arabella Harris is Anniken Knight's daughter, but I'm not sure. And then there is a thing for next issue, which is a Christmas issue. That's a cute sweater. I think I have a pattern in the next issue, but I'm not 100% sure. That's on sale on the 14th of November. It might be the one after, I'm not sure. So let me just show you a few of the things that are in this issue, because there's some really nice patterns, and because they're all kind of quick knits, you know, they're easier. They're not kind of like really complicated big sweaters. Well, there are sweaters, but they're kind of a lot of quicker knits. So if you like accessories and shorter things, that's perfect. So there's like a tutorial masterclass thing for color work, stranded color work. It's part 3. And then there's Sarah Hazel's Ask Sarah column. And then there's a few little bits and pieces. Men's sweater, men's hat, some little mushroom and pumpkin keyring, toadstool and pumpkin keyring, and some cute little socks, some accessories, home accessories. And I love this. I always say this. So they take 3 of the designs, show them in different colors, and show some other things you can style them with. That's really good, I think, especially if you struggle with what to wear your knits with. Some other things I particularly like. Okay, so let me show you this. I particularly like this accessory here. That's really cool. And I love those colours. That is Lampus in Rowan Fine Tweed Haze. Well, no wonder I like the colours. They're Rowan. By Lisa Richardson. And there are some socks. Some cute little socks with like a little lacing sticking out. A hat. And a really nice sweater. Some other garments. My design, and a chunky, I think it's chunky cardigan. Yeah, Rowan Big Wool. It's a very chunky cardigan. And an oversized collar by Brian Smith. That's really nice as well. And then there's like a yarn review. Oh, this is their ad for like subscribing, and that design is one of my designs from a year ago, 2 years ago. I knitted that, or one of my sample knitters knitted it in Knit by Numbers by John Arbin. And then there's a curated yarn co article. I think, did I see her at Yarndale? I can't remember. Lots of pink yarns, which is gorgeous. There are so many lovely indie dyes now. Then there is a guy called Greg Baker who turned his back on the corporate world to run a yarn sewing and craft store in Yorkshire's Calderdale. Not sure if that's how you pronounce it. Calderdale. That looks really lovely. And then there's the thing on Patty Lyons. She's an American teacher and designer who's brought out a new book, Knitting Bag of Tricks, which I've seen her videos on Instagram. They look really good. And then there's an article with Amy Foster of Marmie and Flory. It's Mamie. Is that pronounced Marmie or Mamie? I'm not sure. I'm assuming it's Marmie and Flory, but I'm not sure. I think she was at the end of my aisle at YarnAddict because I walked past a few times. And I stopped by and had a quick look, and I was very tempted because her colours are stunning. Very bright colourways. This is focusing mainly on her boucle yarns. I'm really knitted with boucle for a long thing. And then there's a new thing about the new Rowan a la mode yarns. And then there's a products page where they highlight some new knitting products and some other cool things. Autumnal, very nice things. And then there are some like news pages with new designs, new yarns, new events. Thing this made me laugh. So like there's like 3 pages or 4 pages of news pages. And apparently Tom Daley, who's a British diver, he's won several Olympic medals. He was in the Paris Olympics this summer, won silver, I think, or something. We used to see a lot of him on our local news program because he grew up and went to school in Plymouth, which is the town about half an hour away. So, you know, we've kind of seen him on our local news program since he was like a very young teenager. Anyway, that's basically a picture of his rear end. He's doing a campaign with Malibu and the Rural Life Saving Society to remind Brits to stay safe by the water, don't drink and dive. I read that as drive-rich, and I'm like, what's that got to do with a diver? This drink and dive campaign. I do find it funny that it's sponsored by a drinks company. Having said that, I used to be quite partial to Malibu and pineapple juice in my younger years. But there's apparently all the advertising around this campaign says knitted swimming trunks, and the editor, Christine, says, to me, my eyes, these look crocheted, but all the official information says they're knitted, so I refer to them as knitted. And looking at this closer picture that she's included here, to me they definitely, you probably can't see it, but to me they definitely look crocheted. I think they're crocheted. But he's got his own knitting and crochet brand. He's been pictures knitting at the Olympics and stuff, so anyway. He gets knitting and crochet out in the media, I suppose, and he gets him a chance to show up his bottom, I guess. I don't know. But I think they're crocheted, but I don't know. Anyway, that's a knitting magazine, Weekend Makes, issue 255, in the shops in the UK now. There may be digital versions, I'm not sure. Google it, check out their social media, that kind of stuff, and you might be able to find digital versions. I'm not sure if they do or not, but in the shops in the UK now. So that's it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. This will probably go up as a bonus video because it's October and I'm doing Vlogtober. So on Thursdays I do my regular weekly podcast where I talk about what I'm knitting and doing and stuff at the moment. And then on Tuesday and Saturday I'm posting Vlogtober videos, which are vlog style videos. Normally this would have gone out on a Tuesday, but it might go up as a bonus video on Sunday. We'll see. So you might be watching this on Sunday, you might not. Well, it depends how things go this week. Okay, well, thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you like this video and you haven't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing. Helps me a lot if you subscribe, comment, and like this video. And you don't want to miss any of the stuff I've got coming up for you this autumn. And I will see you next time. Thanks for watching.